Have you ever wished you could be smarter, to think faster, remember more, and solve problems with ease? It's a question that's crossed almost everyone's mind at some point. What if you could unlock the full power of your brain? Imagine a pill that could unlock your brain's full potential overnight. A single capsule that could turn ordinary people into extraordinary thinkers, innovators, and creators. This is the premise behind NZT-48, the fictional smart drug from the movie Limitless. It's a tiny, translucent pill with the promise of limitless intelligence and boundless creativity. The idea is both thrilling and a little bit terrifying. NZT-48 isn't real, but its story has fascinated millions. The concept has sparked endless debates about human potential and the ethics of cognitive enhancement. In the film, struggling writer Eddie Mora's life changes when he takes NZT-48, a clear, unassuming pill that transforms him into a genius. Suddenly, he's able to write bestsellers, master new skills, and outsmart everyone around him. Suddenly, he can access every memory, learn at lightning speed, and see patterns no one else can. His mind becomes a supercomputer, processing information with incredible speed and clarity. The pill's simplicity hides its power. It rewires the brain, making the impossible possible. It's as if the barriers holding us back simply vanish, revealing a world of endless opportunity. The story taps into our deepest wish, to be better, smarter, and more capable. It's a fantasy that resonates with anyone who's ever dreamed of reaching their full potential. But with great power comes risk. Where did NZT-48 come from? Who created it and why? And what price must be paid for such extraordinary abilities? What happens when you stop taking it? Does the brilliance fade? Or are there darker consequences lurking beneath the surface? The film explores both the thrilling highs and the dark lows of using such a drug. The rush of genius is matched by the fear of losing control, or worse, losing yourself. Even though NZT-48 is fiction, it makes us wonder about the true potential of our minds. Could science ever create something like this? And if so, should we use it? It's a journey into the most mysterious frontier we know, the human brain. The story of NZT-48 invites us to imagine what we might achieve if we could truly unlock all that lies within. The magic of NZT-48 is built on a popular myth, one that has fascinated people for generations. It's the idea that we only use a small fraction of our brains, leaving vast areas dormant and untapped. In the world of Limitless, this drug promises to unlock those unused parts, turning ordinary people into geniuses almost overnight. Suddenly, the impossible seems within reach, and the boundaries of human potential are shattered. It's like turning on the lights in a vast, unexplored library of your mind, revealing endless shelves of knowledge and creativity you never knew you had. Suddenly, every memory, every skill, every bit of information you've ever encountered is at your fingertips, ready to be used in ways you never imagined. Of course, in reality, neuroscientists have thoroughly debunked the 10% myth. We actually use all parts of our brain, just not all at once or in the same way. Still, the idea of hidden potential, of secret abilities waiting to be awakened, remains irresistible to us. The story uses this myth to make Eddie's transformation not just dramatic, but deeply relatable, tapping into our own hopes for self-improvement. It asks us to imagine, what could we achieve if we could truly enhance our natural abilities, if nothing held us back? Even though we already use our whole brain, the dream of making it work better, faster, and more efficiently continues to inspire both science and our imaginations. Limitless isn't about science fact, but about the hope of unlocking something extraordinary within ourselves, a hope that drives us to keep pushing our boundaries. That's why the story resonates so deeply, reminding us that the greatest potential may still lie within, waiting to be discovered. Taking NZT-48 is like flipping a switch in your brain. Suddenly the world sharpens and your senses come alive in ways you never imagined. It's as if a veil has been lifted, revealing a universe of possibilities that were always just out of reach. Instantly, you gain superpowers of the mind. Your thoughts race with clarity and speed, and you feel an electric surge of inspiration coursing through you. The first gift, perfect recall. Every detail you've ever seen, read, or heard is instantly accessible, as if your mind has become a flawless database. You can remember faces, conversations, and even the smallest details from years ago with absolute precision. Learning accelerates beyond belief. You can master new languages, play intricate pieces of music, or absorb complex scientific theories in a matter of days, not years. The barriers to knowledge simply vanish. The drug reveals hidden patterns in everything around you, making you a master problem solver and strategist. You see connections others miss, and solutions appear almost effortlessly. Creativity explodes, writer's block vanishes, and new ideas flow effortlessly. Whether you're an artist, a scientist, or an entrepreneur, inspiration strikes like lightning, and your work reaches new heights. But it's not just about intelligence. Nzt 48 supercharges your charisma and confidence. You walk into any room with an undeniable presence, commanding attention and respect. Social anxiety disappears. You read people's emotions with uncanny accuracy, charm any crowd, and influence outcomes with ease. Relationships become smoother, and you navigate social situations like a seasoned diplomat. You become a visionary, a leader, and a force to be reckoned with. People look to you for guidance, and your ideas inspire those around you. The world becomes a playground for your limitless intellect. Every challenge feels like an opportunity, and every problem is just another puzzle to solve. But this power is seductive and dangerous. The more you use it, the more you crave it, and the line between genius and obsession begins to blur. Nzt 48 makes you the best version of yourself, or so it seems. The transformation is undeniable, but it comes with a price. The question is, at what cost? Every superpower has its shadow, and every advantage comes with a risk. The story shows that genius can be both a gift and a curse. The higher you soar, the further you have to fall. With Nzt 48, you're not just smart, you're unstoppable, but you're never truly safe. The power is real, but so are the dangers that come with it. On Nzt 48, reality itself transforms. The world bursts into color, every detail sharp and meaningful. Senses heighten, sounds, sights, even touch become vivid. Your mind processes information so quickly, time seems to slow down. You notice things others miss, a fleeting glance, a hidden pattern, a subtle clue. The world is no longer background noise, it's a living puzzle to solve. But this clarity comes at a price. When the drug wears off, users experience blackouts. Lost hours, missing memories. The gift of perfect recall can turn into the terror of lost time. Nzt 48 users often feel isolated, disconnected from those around them. Genius can be lonely, conversations feel slow, relationships become transactional. The higher you climb, the further you drift from ordinary life. The world is limitless, but you may find yourself alone at the top. Picture Alex, a stressed student at Cambridge, drowning in deadlines. Desperate, Alex takes Nzt 48, and everything changes. The messy dorm room becomes an organized system. Chaos turns to clarity. Stepping outside, the ancient buildings seem to whisper their history. Every face in the crowd tells a story, every detail is meaningful. In the library, the impossible physics problem unravels. Alex connects ideas, recalls lectures, and writes with brilliance. Time stretches. Hours of work feel like minutes. The world is no longer overwhelming, it's a system of patterns to be understood and mastered. Even social situations become transparent. Alex reads people's intentions and predicts their actions. Nzt 48 turns confusion into control. The world, once intimidating, becomes a playground for a limitless mind. But this power is addictive and fleeting. The line between genius and obsession blurs. The brilliance of Nzt 48 comes at a steep price. The drug is addictive. Once you've tasted genius, ordinary life feels unbearable. Users crave the pill, not just for success, but to feel normal again. Withdrawal is brutal. Headaches, fatigue, and terrifying memory blackouts. The mind that once soared now stumbles. Control slips away. Prolonged use leads to paranoia, health problems, and even brain damage. The promise of perfection is shadowed by the threat of ruin. When the supply runs out, desperation sets in. Users are drawn into a dangerous world of crime and betrayal, hunted for their secret. Intelligence becomes a tool for survival, not creation. The cost of being limitless, living in constant fear, always looking over your shoulder. The drug that opens every door can also lock you in a prison of your own making. Nzt 48 doesn't just make you smarter, it changes how you see the world. Suddenly, life is a series of systems and patterns, not random events. Mass psychology becomes clear. You can predict crowds, markets, and trends. Your mind creates algorithms for everything. Success becomes a formula. This power is efficient, but it comes at a cost. Seeing people as data points can erode empathy. Relationships become transactions, emotions variables to manipulate. The pursuit of the perfect formula can lead to morally gray choices. The story asks, is cold, logical intelligence worth losing your humanity? In our world, algorithms shape what we see and do every day. Warns us, immense power over systems can dehumanize us if we're not careful. The real challenge is balancing logic with empathy. The idea of a real-life Nzt is tempting, but science isn't there yet. Nootropics exist, caffeine, ADHD meds, but their effects are mild compared to the movie's miracle pill. The brain is complex, boosting one function can harm another. A true superdrug remains science fiction for now. If it ever existed, who would get it? Only the wealthy. Would it be fair? The ethical questions are enormous. Would society become divided by access to intelligence? Reminds us that intelligence alone doesn't guarantee happiness or wisdom. Before chasing a superdrug, we must ask, what kind of intelligence do we truly value? The quest for a smarter brain is really a quest to understand ourselves. Nzt is fiction, but its story inspires us to dream. There's no magic pill for genius. Real growth comes from curiosity, learning, and perseverance. The story is a thought experiment, urging us to explore the true potential of our minds. Our brains are already extraordinary. Science is only beginning to unlock their secrets. The desire for self-improvement is universal, shows us a glimpse of what we might become, but also warns of the costs. The real path to greatness is slow, steady, and deeply human. We can be inspired by the idea of Nzt, not to seek shortcuts, but to push the boundaries of knowledge and compassion. The dream isn't just about being smarter, but about becoming more. The journey to a limitless mind begins with wonder, dedication, and the courage to keep learning.